That's a nice thing.
Shouting stuff out's fine too, but
Yeah, you can just holler at us. That's okay.
But for those that aren't here, they can send you a chat.
or if you don't want to shout, or you lost your voice, or any number of things.
Have you shared it, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I can.
Check my tuning once more, and then we'll get going momentarily. Well, you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Y'all ready? Studio audience? Thank y'all for being here at Six Springs.
Keaton gave us the thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh. Have a little drama
Welcome to
over
the hair of
here.
the dog. Yeah, it's getting hairy over here.
Literally.
Lay down, Poncho. Poncho, lay down. Good boy. Welcome, everyone, to the Hair of the Dog show at Six Springs Tavern. We are streaming live, uncut, raw.
Oh no.
Anything goes. Well, that's not true.
You never know.
Consequences abound. But
Few.
they're reasonable rules, and it's pretty loose, as we like to do things. You want to kick it off with our little signature song that we tend to do? I still haven't gotten the theme song ready. I think it's something like, it's real close.
It's real close.
Sunday afternoon and your head is in a fog. You know we got the cure for what ails ya. We'll pick and sing and laugh and drink. Hair of the dog coming at ya.
Yeah. Getting close.
That works, right?
It'll grow each episode, and then we'll finally
I think
be
that's
able
it.
to showcase it.
It's at least rhythmically concise, I think. You know?
Yeah.
It's short, but yeah, maybe next time it'll have music. So, but in the meantime, we can kick it off. We always kick it off with the song that we like to play called Dance or Fight.
Short legs.
Yeah, we're not on the couch. We're used to being on a little couch, but we aren't today because for reasons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
what?
do it.
I do. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I just wanna get high and sing my songs. I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just wanna get high and sing my song. Lately this whole world seems mighty complicated. A lot of folks are angry and more are just jaded. It gets hard keeping up with the news and social expectations. But I just wanna sing my heart and enjoy some vibrations. I said I just wanna get high and sing my song. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just wanna get high and sing my songs. way things used to be. We can aim for where we think we wanna go. Oh, brother, get in you and I'll do me. A little love and we can all be free. I said, live, let live, so we can all die in peace. Get grave, I said, I just wanna get high and sing my songs. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night. But I just wanna get high and sing my songs. One more time. Said, I just wanna get high and sing my songs. And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all goddamn night. But I just wanna get high and sing my songs. Well, thank you. True story. All right, well, so we are back here for another Sunday. This is episode 10, which is pretty good. 10. Wait, I think 10. Yeah, because 9 was last week. We had Jess Spires, and that was number 9, and that makes this one number 10.
We're at 10.
So, yeah, we're
Finally.
We made it to the Deca or something.
A special one indeed.
A very special one, because we have the lovely Melinda Muse here as our guest. It's a long time coming. 10 episodes coming, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But it's your birthday.
Yay!
Happy
yay.
birthday, Melinda!
Party lights.
Are all your wishes coming true so far?
Close.
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 A
We're all
couple
here
of 'em?
together.
Yeah. I got friends, I got music, and that's really all I could hope for. And I afforded a drink. Yes.
Hey, nice. So it's been an all right day so far?
It's been an all right day so
Good.
far.
Well, I'm glad you could be here with us. We're very excited to have you. We tend to just kind of jump. I think, that we could talk. We were going to talk plenty, but the best introduction I find usually is, this is a songwriting thing. So would you like to play us a song to introduce yourself?
Sure. So anyway, my name is Melinda Muse, and I'm really happy to be here. This is kind of something I've started for my birthday. I lost my guy about 2.5 years ago, and he's the one that got me in music. So, to honor him and keep going with my music, so for birthdays and things, I just go out and I play music, and I get to hang out with my family, people like Alice, Jacob, Sonny, Jess Spire, Justin Pickard, Carrie and Brad.
Keaton.
Yep, Keaton. Cricket's best friend. And if you see a cat wandering around here in a dress behind us, that's my cat, Cricket. She loves music, and she's my travel partner. Oh, now she's at the bar. Don't run up a tab, okay, please?
She's good at spending other people's money.
Oh, yeah. I'm real good at spending other people's money, too, if you let me. So anyway, I'm going to start off with one of the songs that I've written simply because it is so freaking hot out there, and we need to do a rain dance because I am dying for some rain, and this is called Right as Rain. Let me do a quick check because I just changed my strings.
Pancho found the cat bed.
It's a comfy cat bed.
Hopefully he's cozy.
It's hard enough to wrangle Pancho on the couch.
Okay,
but
thank you. Thunder and lightning and rain. The desert's hot, so we try again. Oh, thunder and lightning and rain. It's okay, boy, 'cause it's right as rain, right as rain, right as rain, right as rain. Poncho's dancing.
Doing the rain dance.
Down in the South, we got a saying. You get down on your knees when you're praying. 'Cause life is tough, but so are we. And we talk to God daily. 'Cause it's right as rain, 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 right as rain, 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 right as rain. Y'all were supposed to jump up, you know, and do the rain dance and shake sticks in the air for all of that, okay?
Yeah, you gotta
Where's your pole of sunflowers, Sonny? You could have used that. Make some flowers grow. Okay, next time. Next time we're going to do that, okay? Okay, we can help you out on that. We'll have craft day.
Poncho did a little dance, so maybe we'll get a
Poncho
little
was
rain.
dancing.
Yeah, I was cracking up laughing back here because I started doing it, and Poncho looked like the Mexican jumping bean back there, right? The whole
was
thing's
hopping
coming
around.
him down, he's hopping around.
He had to fluff it up.
I think he's settled now.
When did you write that song?
I'm thinking about four years ago, I started writing it. I was just reminiscing of where I grew up in the farm towns, and I love thunderstorms. And we had a storm rolling one day, and it just kind of came out. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's so much fuller when I have the full band because you can actually add in some really awesome sound effects. You know, the drummer gets in there and does the like the thunder sounds, yes, and like Rich on lead, he's in there, and we've got the thunder crashes, and it's a lot of fun. But it's just me today, but I'm having fun anyway.
It still sounded great.
All that made me think of two questions. One, you said it made you think of like where you're from. So where are you from?
I'm a Florida girl from 11 generations of Florida, so I'm a true cracker, they call me. And we grew up in a farm town. It was a railroad farm town, but some of my first jobs, besides catching gophers for turtle soup and selling them, was like working in the cantaloupe fields, the tomatoes fields, and it would be hot, and during the picking season, you could almost count on the thunderstorms would roll in around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I mean, they would come fierce. So you're trying to get the crops in, and it's just like, sometimes the crops got ruined, you know, but we wanted the rain, and sometimes they lost the crops. That was the line about, we'll just start again.
Right.
You know,
It's going to come through once in a while. You know?
Yeah, and we have our drought seasons too, and then they have their rainy years as well, and you just never know. But boy, howdy, when it's a good crop, we all eat good, and you don't have to have a lot of money because we would trade and barter. So if we grew tomatoes, our neighbor would have sweet potatoes, and it's like, hey, I'll trade you some tomatoes for some sweet potatoes. I'll trade you this for some black-eyed peas, or I'll trade you this for a watermelon. And child care went a long way, so.
It's true sustenance community.
Yeah, and I miss that, you know, since it's now been taken over by, I'm sorry, all the northerners moving there. For I'm trying to be nice here. We had a word for them, and I will not say that on live stream.
Well, I know a lot. I mean, I'm well aware of I'll say industrial farming, you know, taking control of so much of the, you know, sustenance farming is all but a thing of the past. And I think there's been a resurgence of it and stuff, people trying to rediscover that because it's a it's a pretty straightforward way of living, that has been largely gone by the wayside, and now all of our food comes from such industrial places that we don't, systems that we don't think about that stuff very much anymore. But we ought to, and maybe we are again. Maybe it's coming back around.
I think it is, and you said the distance between people and the industrial farming. Well, it gets you a lot closer, and it gets you to being close with your neighbors and people around you, and we can go on and
it's
on.
It's probably
and
a lot
on.
easier to get along with and like your neighbors if you know that you have a good, like, hey, I'm going to be able to trade them some eggs for this thing. You can find a lot more common ground when you're like
trading food.
Anyway.
Something we all need. And so then I had my
question.
second question was you were talking about a band, so now you got to tell us about the band.
Oh my goodness. So I don't even know how to start this. Anyway, I got tired of being solo, and I met some really good people, especially here at Six Springs. I started coming up here to the open mics, getting over my fear of feeling like I was going to throw up a bowling ball on stage and people were going to throw tomatoes at me, although, I could use the food.
Yeah, tomatoes are great.
But I started coming up here and I started meeting some of the most awesome musicians, original artists, like Jacob, Alice. I'm trying to remember, we had, oh my God, there was so many people that came up here. We had safety meeting, doing different things like that. We had Sebastian. There was some really great people. And as I kept coming up here and doing my thing, and I met and networked with all these artists, because these are all original artists, okay? Not only do they play music, but they compose the music, they write the songs. It's tough. It's tough to get things out there. But I got to hear Alice, she's so amazing. It's like, okay, violin, banjo, harmonicas, tambourines. It's like if she gets an interest in it, she's going to have it down pat in 6 months. She teaches herself. Jacob, when I first got here, was our sound man for a while. So he was getting up doing the open mics, and I liked what they were doing. Then I met the drummer, Mark Brewer. He plays in multiple bands, and some of the other musicians. So what I did is I created my own band, and it's called Melinda, Muse, and the Oracles.
I'm going to represent.
Well,
Yeah.
there it is.
So each one of my oracles are very talented. They play in multiple bands, and I try to swap them out. So, if Alice can't make it, if she's got another gig, I'll bring in somebody else for her to fill the spot. Same with Jacob. So I try to have seconds. And we have at least I have so much fun. I don't know how they feel, but they keep coming over to my house, so I guess we're doing all right. And that's the Oracles, and I absolutely love it, and I support them because I'm not a spring chicken. I am not a spring chicken. I got a late start on this in life, but these are all like my kids, all my adopted kids, and when they succeed, I am one proud mama bear, I tell you right here. I want them to succeed. I want them to keep going places. And I support y'all in every way.
Well, thank
you. We support you too, Melinda. We love you.
I love the Oracles. I've gotten to really explore getting to play some slide guitar, which is something that I'm sure is going to be a lifetime adventure because it's hard playing that slide guitar. But I've gotten to do it the most in your music, and I've enjoyed it a whole lot. I need to get back into practicing it.
Yeah, because it's like another thing is, I never really got into, the digital backtracking technology, which a lot of the young folks do, and they're very good at it. But I'm a little more of the Phil Collins. Let's throw some drumsticks on the floor and see what kind of sound we can create. So it's all these sounds that we create ourselves. And Alice, oh my God, so I got a song I'll be playing for you later. And you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. She learned, I don't know how many siren songs for this, different ways to do sirens on the violin for this. And I'm so proud of her for that.
Which is something that you've incorporated a version of that into our storm song too. I was going to mention the storm song thing because that was a topic last week. We had Jess Spires, who Mark, the drummer, also plays for. Starts to give you all a little bit of illumination into the musical community that we do have going on here and how interconnected and wonderful it is. But Jess was on last week, and he has a song called Storm Chaser. And so we're like, oh, well, we have a storm song too. And I think, there's, as songwriters, especially in the kind of folky tradition, I think there's certain topics that everyone has to have everyone's got to have a river song. Everyone's got to have a storm song. Everyone's got to have, like, I guess, a murder ballad.
I don't have a dog and a train song yet. I'm gonna
Not
work
yet.
on that.
You don't have a train song?
No.
I guess I don't have a train song either. Maybe we should co-write a train song together. That'd be cool.
Ubiquitous thing that we all experience and enjoy. So.
Yeah. But I love the siren and that came
It's like a
about
tornado
because of
siren.
Melinda's song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, talking about farming had me thinking of a song that I would like to play. It's called Family Farm. It's one we enjoy.
Get coordinated here.
Yeah, Alice is out of her elevation
There
comfort zone.
Thank you. Okay. It's fine.
And we're all out of our element up here. This is different. So there's been a power issue, and so we are up on the stage, which is cool. It's different. I'd gotten very used to the cozy little corner.
Oh, and then Poncho got disturbed.
But it's all right. Everything's going to be fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
So this song is called Family Farm. I've always fantasized about. I grew up out in the country and we had land and we never really made it arable or utilized it properly. But before I got the chance to really appreciate what it was gone, and that had happened, I guess, 2 generations prior, or I guess, yeah, like my dad's dad. The same thing sort of happened to him, and so it's kind of been a generational pattern of losing the farm. And it's something that I long for. And these days, with the way everything's going, who knows if this will ever come to fruition or if it'll just remain a pipe dream. But I sure hope it does, because I still very much love the idea of one day having something like a small sustenance farm, where we're able to make music and have friends around and grow food and live freely and unencumbered by the larger structures of our overbearing society.
Keep speaking it.
Yeah, that's all we can do. So it's a manifestation song. It's called Family Farm, and it goes like this. I wanna make me $1 million so I can buy back the family farm. Mistakes were made, no one was saved, and times really do get hard. I wanna make me $1 million and buy back the family farm. I wanna make me $1 million and buy back the family farm. Well, mistakes were made, no one was saved, and times really do get hard. I wanna make me $1 million, buy back the family farm. I wanna make me $1 million and pay off the junkies' bail. Well, it just never made much sense to me putting sick people in jail. I wanna make me $1 million, pay off the junkies' bail. One time. I wanna make me $1 million and go and have a real wild ride. I wanna run around, holler and shout, tell everybody I feel fine. I wanna make me $1 million, go and have a real wild ride. Let's ride. I wanna make me $1 million and lay around in the sun. I wanna turn them dollars into margaritas. Oh boy, what fun! I wanna make me $1 million and die drinking in the sun. I wanna make me $1 million, buy back the family farm. But that piece of land's done been paved over, now it is a Walmart. I wanna make me $1 million and buy a new family farm. Thank y'all. Here's hoping. Am I right?
You need to get this going because
Where's
I'm ready
Poncho?
for my, retirement commune, here.
Yeah, any day now. Any day
Okay,
now.
yeah,
I'm
so-
sure. Is Poncho around or did he disappear?
He's right there in the food.
Okay, cool.
He has a new favorite bed.
It is a very fluffy bed. That's like, he must feel weightless in that thing.
It's the cloud.
All right. Well,
Sorted.
so you grew up in Florida. How did you find yourself here?
I ran away from home and joined the military. It was the only way I could get an education. And
The
yeah.
Navy?
Yep, Navy, aviation side. I was one of the first females to get into what they started an aviation program. And so they started me out and trained me on the flight simulators, training fighter pilots and some of the cargo pilots, and it was really fun. But it was also weird because I was a female in the military. And they had not incorporated little things like, let's put a female bathroom in where you're working. So it may be a mile and a half down the road where I got to go use the bathroom or use the men's bathroom, who love to play practical jokes on me. But that's where I got my odd sense of humor, apparently.
I mean, I'm sure you got the adaptation,
Yeah. So after I got out of the military, my husband at the time was military. He ended up retiring. Last duty station being New Orleans. I could not wait to leave that place. I met some good people there, but for what I was doing and my job skills, there was nothing there for me. So after he was getting ready to retire, I got hired on here in Texas, got interviewed with Lucent Technologies, and that's what brought me to Texas. And I've been here a while, and I don't know if I'm a Texan or a Floridian or a little of both.
I mean, they're both crazy.
Yes, they are both
For
crazy,
sure.
and they both like having their firearms.
I mean, yeah, I think the two most
And big
unhinged peoples, maybe.
Big trucks and
I could see
and they
that.
pack.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you ended up here because, meeting you and getting to know you has been, you were talking about meeting us and everyone and how wonderful it's been, but you've had such a huge impact on us, and you have so many cool stories, and I love hearing your songs.
I got so many stories. Let me tell you, I got so many to tell.
I love them. I'm always surprised. They always have a twist, and I'm like, oh, wait, what now?
Get people intrigued, and we'll have you on again, and we'll sneak them in.
Yeah, we
We'll
can-
pepper them in.
Dig in the future.
I tell you, I have lived. I have seen stuff that most people wish they could unsee. And then I've seen some really good stuff. So I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot, and I want to continue doing that, especially the more positive things.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, things like this are pretty good.
yeah, this is way much more fun.
And last year, your birthday was a whole lot of fun too. We were actually up on this stage with that whole band and everything.
Oh, that's right.
That was
The
a fun,
birthday
fun
bash.
night.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Sorry.
Oh.
So it was so special to me because I missed the big O. Okay. As my son says, I'm so old that I fart dust. So I try not to mention actually how old I am.
Thanks,
But it was the
son.
big O, and I had planned for that big O birthday to be the big blowout bash. But that happened during a pandemic while I'm the sole caregiver for somebody dying of brain cancer. So my family, musical family, took it upon themselves, and they put together this birthday bash for me to make up for my big O last year, right here on the Six Springs stage. I had so much fun, maybe a little too much fun. I don't know how
Oh,
many
no way,
whiskeys
no
I
way.
had. But yeah, it was like, it beat all the military Navy parties that I ever had. It was a really good party. Lots of love, some really special gifts. I like my friends, these were some old co-worker friends, and they came out, Scott and Amy, okay? And I had made a joke to them one day about, one day when I'm really old, and I have to go to a nursing home, there's one thing I really want. I want to make sure that they're changing my adult diaper So I got this wild idea that I needed a pair of those Juicy pants that said Juicy on the back, so that all I had to do was point to the nurse, let her to know that I needed to be changed, and they went out and bought me a pink Juicy couture outfit that says Juicy on the back. And I'm like, I have the
Iconic.
best friends. Yes, I have the best friends. And then what was it? Some of our other bandmates got together, and they had that cake done for me
The
with my
face cake.
picture. Yes, of when I was in the military in my little camouflage outfit, and
Holding your assault rifle.
yes, holding my assault rifle, and it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun, but most of my best memories that I've been building have started on this stage right here. I can't thank Six Springs enough. I wandered in here, kind of lost, not know what to do with myself, and felt safe when I got here. I met some wonderful people, some wonderful musicians, and I keep coming back because this is one of the few original music places that we can come to. I have a lot of other musician friends that they're not original artists, but they're darn good musicians. And I can't compete with that. Everybody loves hearing a song they know the words to. They do, okay? Oh, but we all have been there, have we not, Jacob? We all started out playing somebody else's music, something that touched us, something that made us feel
It
good.
actually came later for me before I really started learning covers was actually later, but that's odd, I think. That's not the normal approach.
Well, you're not a normal person.
Yeah.
So you were writing originals before you went to the covers?
Yeah.
Wow.
I definitely was writing before I ever learned. I would learn.
shared it recently, didn't you?
Yeah, like one. I actually shared yesterday because rest in peace, Bob Barker.
Yep.
Bob Barker passed yesterday. But when I was a kid, I had written. I used to be into like heavy metal, death metal, grindcore, extreme musical genres. And when I was first starting to get into recording, I kind of got into recording and songwriting at about the same time. And so I was teaching myself all these different skills. And so I wrote this song called Bob Barker Skin Suit, which is it's a death metal song featuring Bob Barker. And it's not a very nice song, but I was 17 years old and I thought it was hilarious. But it still sounds pretty good. And so I shared it yesterday in memoriam. But that was one of the earlier songs I had written. I
I'm
had
gonna
written
have
some
to go
other
look
stuff.
that one up.
Yeah, you might enjoy it. It's definitely, like I said, it's not very nice, but it's okay.
Well, you also, depending on if you're well versed in the genre, you may or may not be able to hear what you're saying. But then you did all the instrumentation on it.
I did, yeah.
So.
But I
fun
guess
fact.
I did learn how to play, like when I was teaching myself, or when I was learning guitar, I would learn songs on guitar, or at least riffs and parts of songs,
Okay.
you know. But yeah, I didn't really start learning covers until way later, until I decided I wanted to get out here and play as a solo or accompanied artist. That was about really the time I started learning covers, which is strange. But anyway, sorry to. You were talking.
No, I asked you a question, so there we go. So what else you got for us? What are you going to surprise us with now?
Oh, well, it's your turn to play
Oh,
us a
it's
song.
my
It
turn?
is, yeah. If
Oh
we
my
stick to
God.
traditional back and forth.
Since when have we been traditional?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we can deviate in any way.
Talking about the
Shape or
song with the
form.
siren in it and your military background and stuff, we could do Manic. Or, oh, you got your list. Never mind. I don't want to derail you.
Nope, that's okay. If you get ready for your violin, 'cause I really need that violin on there, because I want you
Yeah.
to show off your
Okay.
skills if we're going to do Manic. So this one, in my travels and in being in the military, I've always been a little odd, an odd bird, odd person, being the natural redhead that I was. Medications affect me in weird ways. So the military seemed to kind of like to use us for guinea pigs for the new stuff that was out and things. And boy, howdy. They gave me something, it was for the flu. And it was bad. I was seeing things that were flowers talking on the wall with faces, and then had squirrels coming in through the bedroom window and eating my legs off. And I was afraid to go to sleep. So I started binge watching TV, and I started binge watching because I love Star Trek. And then Thelma and Louise had just come out, so I finished watching Thelma and Louise, and I kind of scritched this one down, but I still am haunted by the nightmares of those squirrels, okay, in that dream. And I wrote this song called Manic, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the one that Alice pulled up, started doing siren songs for me. I absolutely love it. I'm riding the winds and I'm flying the sky, and driving my mind, and I'm spinning my wheel. I'm living my life and I'm living the dream. I'm curing the world, so it feels. Then I'm heading over that cliff. Oh, damn it, Captain. Abandoned ship. Manic depressive, it's a way of life. Soaring with ease, then taking a dive. Manic depressive, it's a state of mind. And I'm out of control, out of time. So I'm heading over that cliff. Oh, damn it, Captain. Abandoned ship. Medication from the Federation. Oh, it tosses me into the neutral zone. There is no love, is no hate. My passion for life, oh, it's simply gone. Till I'm heading over that cliff. Then damn it, Captain, abandoned ship. Called manic depressive, it's a way of life. You're soaring with ease and you're taking a dive. It's manic depressive, it's a state of mind, and you're out of control, out of time. Riding the winds and I'm flying the skies, and I'm driving my mind, and I'm spinning my wheels, and I'm living my life and I'm living my dream, and I'm curing my world, and I feel till I'm heading over that cliff. Then damn it, Captain, abandon ship, abandon ship, abandon ship. I don't like taking medications that are unknown to me ever again, okay? I will just go my ups and downs from here on out. But yes, Alice on that, when she was trying to come up with the siren on that way, I think she developed about 5 different siren songs. We have the British siren, we have
Yeah,
the
we're
Star
figuring
Trek
out.
siren.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool, yes. Now, if you can do the Dallas PD siren maybe next.
Yeah. It'd be
That
more
might
of
be
like
too triggering to too many crowds.
Okay. Maybe Rich on his kazoo could do that.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. The kazumpit.
Kazumpit. Yeah.
Kazumpit. The kazumpit was actually made by another former guest, Clay Copeland. Was one of our. I think he was he was on episode 3 or 4, real early on. He made this device called the kazumpit that Richard Milton, who plays in our band and her band, and
he subs in the Oracles
the
as
Dead
well.
Keys, which you've seen, y'all have met Dan Benjamin already, and he'll probably be a guest on here too. So we'll again continue to illuminate the greater.
He'll definitely play the kazumpit, so we'll get him
absolutely.
to place a little something on that.
Oh, cool. You want to play? Let's do some Clarendon.
Okay.
Because I know Melinda likes this song, and it definitely deals with feeling a little bit,
Yeah.
ungrounded as well.
Yeah, because I relate to that song. It's just the name would be changed because I had the same little town in Florida that, oh my goodness, you just.
Can't
I
get
wanted
past
to
it quick
drive.
enough.
Yeah, I wanted to drive around the, one side of the state, the other,
Don't-
so to avoid it.
Don't go to Clarendon in any state, apparently.
No.
Yeah, we got to be careful, or we're not going to be welcome in Clarendon.
Well,
That's all right.
I got other places I can go to.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Clarendon is a town I've driven through many times. The streets are all lined with big PVC crosses and ramshackle nickel and dimes. At least they aren't very friendly, and I've been stopped a time or two. All the church and the madness, they won't stop us from making it through. Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend, I'll see you in hell if we aren't already there, but it's all the same in the end. These plains can get pretty lonesome, so we stay as high as we can. Through the elevation, sickness, loss, and all that we've witnessed, till it brings us right back here again. To Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend, I'll see you in hell if we aren't already there, but it's all the same in the end. Oh, but the hills aren't far away, and this blankness will give soon to valleys and views of empire. Thank y'all. It's called Clarendon, my darling. It's about getting through the stuff that you gotta get through to get to where you're wanting to get to. Something like that.
This is true, but this is life. It's a journey.
Yep.
Okay, we may not always end up where we want to, and
And
sometimes we get off the beaten path, and we end up in the Clarendons.
And you gotta find the best. You know, there's beauty in Clarendon.
Right. 'Cause
Absolutely.
So you wrote this song, and you were pretty upset, I'm sure. But you took an experience that was not all that pleasant and made something beautiful out of it. So you look back on it, and you just kind of go, you know, it was a learning experience. You wrote a song about it. It didn't want to make you go postal. And this is one of the reasons I like writing songs.
Oh yeah, it's a much healthier way. There's so many far less healthy ways to deal with frustrations.
Right. And then these songs that we,
disappointments.
as a listener, so back in the day, way back when I was trying to listen to music and how you can get attached to a song because you relate to it. So somebody that's out there just having one of those bad days in some town, you know, hey, you know, Jacob and Alice made it through it. Screw it. I can do it too. It gives you hope. And
Well, if they survived Clarendon, then
right, you know, it's okay. People need to understand it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to get angry. It's
Oh, yeah.
okay to get emotional, but it's just how you channel it and what you do with it is because there are unacceptable ways.
Of course. Well, I think the more comfortable you get, or the more you have that understanding and willingness to let emotions happen and experiences happen, the easier it is to find healthy ways to deal with them too. You know, I think a lot of the really unhealthy coping mechanisms come out of denial. You know, and being like, no, I will not feel this feeling. I will not allow myself to be affected by this situation. But if you do and just recognize it for what it is, it does. I think it becomes a lot easier to cope with in a more healthy way.
I agree.
Hopefully, anyway. What do you think, Alice?
I agree.
Music is therapy.
Yes.
I think everyone in this building and anyone who might be watching would probably feel very much the same way. I mean, we're all here for a reason, you know.
That's right. It's so much cheaper than going to see the psychiatrist. It's $600 every half hour.
Well, yeah, and if you have a music habit, then you probably can't afford health insurance, and so, you know.
True.
But that's a whole nother topic.
We're covering a lot of ground. I like it.
Yeah, there's lots of ground to
Passionate
cover.
about all these things. Feeling your feelings and growing food to share with your neighbors and share this information with those you love
Yeah.
because we need to get back to that. For
Another
sure.
thing, speaking of community and stuff, we kind of have a little bit of a joint venture going lately, perhaps the beginnings of one in a recording environment. So we're working on a few of your songs, which we gotta get that done. We gotta.
Because I'm not getting any
we need
younger.
to get in there
I'm
and
not
dig
getting
in.
younger. But, oh my goodness, you want to just talk about so way back when? I mean, I've been, like I said, I've been through some stuff, man, lots of stuff. And I guess I was blessed in the way that when I was homeless, I lived in my 12-year-old BMW. So out behind a Starbucks, right?
That's a
Sleeping
nice,
behind a Starbucks.
very small but high-end dwelling.
Hey, you know, I have standards, okay? If I'm going to sleep, I just want it to be at least a nice-looking car, apparently. But I'd lost everything, and just things out of my control. Life was just happening and rolling me over. And so I was sleeping behind a Starbucks up in Plano and trying to figure things out. And one morning, I hear, don't on the window. I'm like, oh, man, the cops are running me off again, you know. I'm like, ah. And I look up, and I see this long-haired guy with a Starbucks outfit on, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's going to run me off. And it cracked my window down, and I'm so embarrassed. I never thought that was a place that I would be in my life because I've tried so hard not to be in that place or live under a bridge or whatever. And he goes, hi, my name is Billy, and I've noticed you've been sleeping out behind my store for several nights here. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He goes, no, just chill. And out from behind his back, he brings me a Starbucks, a cup of coffee. And I'm like, wow. So I met a nice person, and it got to be where I got coffee to me almost every morning for a while. So when I started getting back on my feet, I finally got my own place again. I would cook food, and I'd take it up all college kids, all these college kids, and I got to know them. And they were a lot of fun, and they just really gave me hope. But one of the things one of the guys would do now I'm paying for my own coffee, way too much, and I'm ordering there, and you know how when they write your name on there, he would write on there God's favorite joke. And I looked at this cup, and he always did it, and I went up and talked to him one day. I'm like, I'm not quite sure how to take this, you know. He goes, no. He says, take it as a compliment. He says, it's like the way you've explained your life to me is anytime you step out, you're waiting for something just to hit you in the head. You're almost afraid to go out your door because it's just life keeps tossing things, just ridiculous things after you, one after another. And he says, but your attitude of how you deal with it, he says, yeah, you're very entertaining. And it's just like, okay, I'm going to play dodgeballs with those angels throwing briquettes at me today. And you just keep on going. He says, like the unsinkable Molly Brown. And then I got it. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with being God's favorite joke. And it was great. But these are the journeys. These are the adventures, Jacob. And if we get to recording, but things lately life is still throwing me these curveballs. So I started writing music, and I wanted to get recorded. And what was it? Had knee surgery. Had knee surgery. My knee blew out like last September. Started physical therapy. Had surgery. But yeah. So I got my big show at O'Reilly's, and I struggled through that. Thank goodness for the help of my friends, because I tore the rotator cuff and a bicep tendon, and I couldn't even hold my guitar. It was rough. So I did surgery again, and I'm just kind of going, I've had a year in physical therapy, but here I am right now.
Yeah, this is a big deal, right?
It's a very
This is
big.
your first performance of any kind, really, since you had your
Yes.
arms and shoulder surgery, right?
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's stepping back out there, and I'm like, okay, I don't know when God's favorite joke's going to get the next thing thrown at her, but I'm just going to keep rolling with it. So if we get to get one on our recording, and yeah, I want to get this stuff done. I want to get to the point where I have everything that I've written recorded, and then I'm probably going to start selling off some of my guitars to save my joints and start picking up the keyboard to use to write my songs. And then I can still boss my band around going, but I want it this way, and I want to bell it going, ding, ding, ding,
Yes,
ding.
ma'am.
And at least y'all don't call me Her Majesty like my last band. You know, but
We're nowhere near that respectful.
but I'm hoping we'll get there, Jacob, and I want to see you start getting back into recording too,
Yeah,
because
me
you're
too.
really an easy person to work with. I was petrified of recording. I'd never done it before, and you just made it so seamless and easy without stressing me out, because I'm very high maintenance, as you know. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you, because we kind of got, I do have a background in recording and used to have a studio. We got the rug ripped out from us a little bit, and I've been without a studio, and so, to get to work on your music and also get to explore a new space and everything is something that I'm very excited about, and I hope that there's a lot of potential in it. So, that is a bit of a shameless plug. If anyone is looking for recording services, Melinda and I are coordinating on having a space in which to do that, a comfortable and professional space, and I thank you so much for giving me that opportunity.
Yeah, Alice has nicknamed my little space the Muse Manor.
Oh, yes.
And one of my other friends who happens to be here too, and my bass player, has now called the recording room the Musitorium. So it's kind of like
Which
a
I
sanatorium,
love.
but with music. And I'm going to embrace that.
Well, I had one in my head. It was Melinda's musical menagerie.
Oh, we could do that, especially with all the animals we have traipsing around. Yeah, that could work.
I like alliteration,
I want to get to your song, but there was something you said that brought to my mind between the last episode and this episode that we had.
Oh.
I know. I just have to. 'cause
R.I.P.
We perform the oracles with you at O'Reilly's, which is going to be so close to my heart. But unfortunately, even after we were talking it up with
we
Jess.
had Jess on here last week, and we were talking about how much we love
You jinxed it.
open mic. No, we did not.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. Don't put that evil on me.
Okay, I am God's favorite joke, so it was probably me, but go ahead.
We talked about O'Reilly's so favorably, and it closed, and it doesn't exist
So
anymore.
I just wanted to, on record, say how much we love and will
Yeah.
miss.
In memoriam. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Stan.
Dan.
Wonderful to
Stan.
see you. So, yeah, I just wanted to say this shout out to O'Reilly's, and then we'll miss it very dearly, and we'll be, follow us on all the things. You'll find out all the other things that are happening. So.
It is worth mentioning that now on Tuesday nights there is a songwriter night here hosted by Justin Pickard, one of the former hosts of that open mic. And so on Tuesday nights you can come here and play your original songs with a band or whatever. And so...
Well, I heard
That
rumors,
exists.
Jacob, that you're starting up something also, I think, with Jess to incorporate the people that aren't original artists.
We're working on a little Wednesday night thing that I'm helping out with a bit, and we'll see what comes up on that. Wednesday nights. For those that are looking for something. Yeah. It's a different night, a different deal, and it's a different venue. I don't want to get maybe into too many of the details about that, just because.
It's still new. We haven't had our
Yeah.
first one yet either.
Right.
So just
But
keep your
yeah,
eyes
there are
peeled.
things happening, and hopefully we can make up for a little bit of the tremendous loss that is O'Reilly's. It's
But I'm really glad
a
we have
30-year
those
establishment
memories.
in the Dallas
Yes.
music scene, and it's gone all of a sudden. So we do want to pay it
some love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but no matter where we are, this is what we need. We need people to follow the streaming. We need people to come to the shows. Just give us some support. Help us keep going. Throw a buck or two here and there if you can, because it's tough out there.
Yeah.
Some days I hate to say this, but some days I'm like, I'm just so frustrated because I'm like, my God, should I go hawk a guitar? Because
Yeah.
we're all trying to get Insta-meet, and I'm going down, and everybody's struggling. I'm seeing more and more people on the street with their cardboard signs, please help, I'm out of work, and I'm like going, okay, should I hold up a cardboard sign? This is what I feel like sometimes. That says, please help, can I have $1? I'll play a song for you, But yeah, this is what we do. We want to keep our craft going. We want to keep building our craft. So when people show up, and they come online and send us little harps, just something to help keep us going from being when we get downtrodden.
It makes a huge
Helps.
difference. And whether people know it or not, music is such an important part of so many people's lives and some of them really understand it and really appreciate it, and others kind of are more passive about it. But we're talking about all this community stuff, and there is tremendous community in these places where local music takes place, and it's the sort of thing you really can't get anywhere else, and it's so valuable, and it's struggling just like everything else is struggling these days. Everything else that seems organic and a little bit messy and not
Comes about naturally and just is.
Yeah, those things are struggling, and you got to get out and support them. I know it's hot, I know we're broke, but to get out and go to your local place and talk to your neighbors and all those things is so
supporting your
important.
local businesses,
Yeah.
okay? I'm seeing too many of the mom and pops and these businesses that have been around for a long time just getting wiped out. They were already struggling. Then we had the pandemic, so to speak, and where things got shut down. They didn't survive. And then we still have places shutting down because it's the aftermath of. They had enough to keep them afloat. They managed through it, but there's just not enough people coming and being patrons to their place.
Yeah.
So
if you're listening, keep listening, keep going out. It matters so much. I think music
Get out
adds
in the
vitality
world.
and
Meet
brings
the
us
people,
all.
your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
Yeah,
It feels good.
yesterday was Play Music on the Porch Day, not nationwide. Now it's way too
109
hot
degrees.
to do that here
Usually
in
I'm
Dallas,
on that,
Texas.
But I missed it this year.
It was too hot. We
I
did play.
passed.
We
I
kind of
couldn't
played
do it.
on a porch last night.
We did.
We played a band show out in Ben Wheeler at the Forge in Ben Wheeler, which is
That's
a beautiful,
right.
beautiful venue. But we were outside, and oh, it was hot. Oh my goodness, it was warm.
I'm gonna cut in here because I know we could all talk for hours, and I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
hear
We
Melinda's
need
song.
to hear some music. This is a musical show after all.
Okay, let's see if I can make sure I'm getting. My butt went numb. Whoops, I said that out loud.
It's okay. It's only internationally broadcast.
Yeah. Oh well. So anyway, this is I'm going back to my childhood because a lot of who I am today is deep in my roots, and being in the country and everything. I was also the only girl in my family, and oh my God, a very large family. We took in strays if an aunt or something had, like an aunt died, and my cousins would come stay with us and live with us. It was a house full constantly. And for some reason, my mother just thought I was the free help. I'm not sure, and I kind of resented it. And I spent most of my childhood hiding from my mother. Later in the years, I came to embrace her and got to know her and understood a lot of what this was about. But when I was younger, man, and I call this Daddy's Girl.
I should have worn my daddy's girl hat. Missed opportunity.
Girl, get over here. Girl, get over here. Those are the words I feared. Mama saying, girl, get over here. It's time to cook supper and time to do your chores. When you're done with all of those, girl, come and see me. I got a whole bunch more. And girl, go fix that dress. Always looking such a mess. Ain't never gonna catch you no man looking like this. So I'm a daddy's girl now, you see. I'm going hunting and fishing. I'm a daddy's girl, you know. Ain't a slave in my mama's kitchen. So I'm dancing out to the bar. I'm sashaying out at break of dawn to go catch some fish. 'Cause, oh, I'm a daddy's girl. Oh, I'm a daddy's girl now. But girl, get over here. Mama. Girl, get back over here. Those are the words I feared. Mama said, girl, get over here. 'Cause Auntie's coming over. Got 12 bushels of peas for you to zip. And then Uncle Ira's stopping by. Got 6 bags of duck to pluck. And Lord, girl, go fix that dress. You're always looking such a mess. Ain't never gonna catch you no man looking like this. So I'm a daddy's girl now, you see. I'm going hunting and fishing. I'm a daddy's girl, you know. Ain't a slave in my mama's kitchen. Oh, I'm a daddy's girl. Said, oh, I'm a daddy's girl. Girl, go fix that dress. You're always looking such a mess. ain't never gonna catch you, no ma'am, looking like this. So I'm a daddy's girl, going hunting and fishing. I'm a daddy's girl, you see. I ain't a slave in my mama's kitchen. I swear, I think I probably tormented my mother because I've got my fishing gear on out there. I'm going, nee, 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 you can't catch me. But she was kind of right, you know. I could outride, I could outshoot, and outfish any man. Now, nobody wanted to date me. But that was all right. I turned out okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't need any of those
Goons.
particular men. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We are a sensitive bunch. We don't like to admit it. I do have. Melinda has these Daddy's Girl hats. It's camouflage with pink Daddy's Girl across the front. And I have one, and I don't wear it often enough.
You
But I
just
should
have to
worn
wear
it.
it next week out of context.
I guess so.
Make up for it.
Yeah.
Because Jacob is apparently the fashionista. Last year's show, that outfit you put together for the Oracles was the bomb, and the fur jacket and the shorty shorts with the boots and the Daddy's Girl, and oh my God, it was classic.
That was one for the ages. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Looking back, I saw it after the fact, and I was like, all right, that was a strong choice, Jacob. Okay.
And I couldn't keep a straight face, Jacob. I'm like sitting up here, and it's like, so we're playing the show, and everybody dressed up in an Oracle outfit. So we had Alice over here, and she had 3 eyes.
Which
Yeah.
I forgot to wear them earlier, but I'll wear them now. There we go.
Okay, so we had the 3 eyes Oracle over here. Mark wore a blindfold.
Oh yeah, he drummed blindfolded that whole set.
Okay,
Gosh.
my bass player at the time was Randy, and he was like Zoltar. Okay,
Oh yeah, he had
And-
the cape. Yeah.
and I'm over there and I'm trying to cue my band because I'm like, okay, we have these like little cues sometimes, with a little
Oh, we
eye.
all had
that-
obstructed vision.
And so I turn around to cue my drummer, and I realize he can't see me because he's wearing a blindfold. So then I kind of go, okay, well, I'll go over to the bass player over here, and he's got his back to me with a hoodie, so I can't see it. Jacob's over there with fur in his face, and then I look over here at Alice, and she's got the 3 eyes on, and I think
I
do.
had my Elton John sunglasses
Yes,
on
and
too.
and then we had John on keys, and he had the Viking horns on, and I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't keep a straight face, and I had so much fun. It was a sight. It was a sight.
blast. That night definitely resides in my memory. A lot of it's fuzzy for reasons.
Like your jacket.
But
And I think it was recorded too, so that can be
Oh, yeah.
revisited.
it was. It's out there somewhere.
And I want to say to Mark's credit, the intent with the blindfold, you could see through it, but it
little.
was not.
Yeah. Also,
Not
it,
very well, no.
it gets warm up on this stage under the best of circumstances, and so I'm sure the sweat and everything else. Yeah, I'm sure there was very, very limited visibility.
Obstruction. But we
way around.
looked awesome.
Yeah,
and
we just had to watch
played
with our third
well.
eyes. You know, that's.
Yes.
Being all zen, telecommunication, ESP stuff.
I have to play now,
All right,
Pancho.
well, I think we are moving into the closing portion of our show.
No.
Everything good must end.
I know.
It's just how it goes.
So what do you got for us next?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we could do a little time and place. I like doing that one. I think I am going to call it. I've gone back and forth about the title of this song, but I feel like we're working on an album, if you're interested in that. And who knows when it's going to come out, if ever. No, it's going to come out for sure. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. But I am strongly still considering, I originally called this song Dead Industry Blues, and then I changed it because we have another song called High Workin' Blues, and it's like, well, how many blues? And neither of them are really blues songs, but it's kind of like
The
playing
feeling
off
is
the
there.
Bob Dylan approach, you know. But I really, hey, there's a Clay. We were talking about you earlier.
Hey.
There he is in the flesh. Good to see you, man.
Good things, I promise.
Oh, yeah, of course. What else would we say?
I know, only good things. I'm just reaffirming.
One of my favorite humans. The more it goes along, I'm really liking the Dead Industry Blues for the name of this one. But Dead Industry Blues, parenthetical time and place, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's the song I want to play.
You better be good, bro.
Poncho is tossable.
That pillow is so soft,
If he has a soft landing space, he loves it. He'll keep running up to you, and then you can toss him back onto the big pillow, and then he'll run up and do it again.
He's so cute.
He wants to fly.
Don't we all?
He's pretty closely related to a bat too. If you look at him from certain
on.
perspectives, he's a bat without wings. All right. Been a long time coming and a short time waiting. Spent my last $12 on a dream that's fate and can't remember what it was, but man, I hope it pays. And we've been driving too far for too many days, losing our minds in too many ways. We got turned around some way back and full steam ahead. And won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander with nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me. Well, the days are fading fast and the nights won't end. I haven't slept sound since I don't know when. This self-medication really takes its toll on me. And the air tastes burn around this city. Never thought my outlook could be quite so shitty, but we just keep laughing it off. And won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander with nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me. Some days I don't know if I'm up or down. I try to sit real still and not make a sound. I want to hear the words the world is singing to me. But the noise of industry is taking hold. It drowns out the magic wherever we go with their productivity. Won't get just today, no way. Won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander with nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me. Won't you sit by me for a minute or two? We can let our minds wander with nothing to do, and I'll sit right here as long as you'll have me. And I hope you'll have me.
That's pretty darn good, man.
Thanks for having us. Oh, we love y'all too.
Is that Sonny leaving?
Huh?
I heard somebody say, hey, bye, or something.
Oh, maybe did Sonny take off? Perhaps.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh,
can't
no,
see
you're
what-
just hearing stuff. I guess.
Okay, yep. What? What'd you say?
What? Huh?
Eh?
Oh, look, here's a poncho. It's about Poncho's dinner time, too. He's reminding
That's
us.
probably why he's all.
Yeah.
He's all
It's gonna
amped
be about
up.
my dinner time, too.
Well,
Well,
well.
a deep subject.
Dinner. What are you having for dinner?
Frozen pizza.
I like frozen pizza. I'm a big fan. You put stuff on it. You gotta. The thing about a frozen pizza is it's
zhuzh
a
it up.
canvas.
I have to put my
Canvas for
own
more
basil, a little extra garlic, you know, that kind
Oh
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I never thought I'd ever meet someone like you. And who'd ever thought I could fall so hard for someone like you, someone like you, someone like you. I never knew someone like you. I never knew someone like you. But twisting and turning and spinning and twirling like a Texas tornado in the night. Oh, you shattered the stone and broke the lonesome right off my heart. I never knew someone like you. I never knew someone like you. Oh, you crazy man with your outlandish attitude. All that New York style and contagious smile. You captured my heart. I never knew someone like you. I never knew someone like you. I never knew someone like you. I never knew someone like That's still a hard one for me. I missed having Mark there with his disco drum beat going for us, though. That was, man, he can pop that song, can't he?
Yeah.
And then we had Rich and Alice doing the woo. That was really good, the last one. We're going to practice that one some more. So, Jacob, I have a question for you.
For me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So, How long have you been playing? When did you
Guitar?
start? Yeah, when did you start guitar?
Well, I started taking guitar lessons. I got my first guitar when I was probably 4 or 5 or
So
something
just
like
about
that.
10 years ago, okay.
And I started like my grandparents lived right next door to us, and they had a piano, and there was some music in the piano bench, and there was a music book that had some guitar stuff in it. So I got a little acoustic guitar when I was a little kid. I think I must have been 4 or 5 or 6, something like that, and I started figuring out how to play like some old folk songs that are all escaping me right now. But like, there's one that I remember playing a lot as a kid, but I can't remember what it was. Like a little song that everyone knew. And then I started actually taking guitar lessons in like 5th grade, which I don't know, how old are you in 5th grade? Like 11 or something like that, 10 or 11.
Yeah, about 10.
So I had gotten a little electric guitar, a little Squire Mini Stratocaster, with a little crate amp that had an overdrive setting, and that's all I cared about was like getting that crunchy, heavy metal tone or whatever. But I started taking lessons around that time, and so I guess that means that I've been playing guitar for 20-something years.
Okay, so I'm assuming someone in your family was musically inclined. Were you surrounded by that?
Not at all. My dad sang.
Okay.
And so at one point he had a little PA, but I think he had gotten rid of that by the time that I was born. And then we had a stereo, and like they were music lovers, and so there was music in the house for sure. And I would stay home and watch MTV and stuff, and when they still played music videos. And
Right.
But no, I really did not grow up around music or around musical people. But I got that guitar really early on, and like I said, my grandparents lived next door, and they had a big old upright piano, and I was drawn. I mean, I was probably messing around on that piano since before I could talk. According to my grandma, she said that, she would like sit with me there or whatever. I mean, just little, like I had to be helped up on there, and that I would hit the piano, but apparently she said I would do it in a very musical fashion. She said all the other kids would kind of bang on it, but I would play it, tenderly. And so that was probably, I mean, that was before I could even think of anything else. I was messing around with that piano, and then I started playing guitar real early, and I was always just extremely drawn to it. And even in like elementary school, I remember being in like 1st and 2nd grade, and convincing my friends that we were in a band together, even though none of us played or anything, and then trying to like write songs and figure out how to like,
How old were you when you wrote your first song? Or made your attempt at writing your first song? Sometimes we just hide those.
I guess I was probably attempting around, like 1st or 2nd grade or whatever, and I also had this little toy guitar thing that had like, it was plastic, but it had real guitar strings on it, and it had a little belt pack amp or whatever.
Cool.
And
I'm so jealous.
And so I would be out in the in my grandparents' driveway or whatever, just like pretending that I was playing in front of 1,000 people and just making stuff up. I guess the first song I really remember having a whole song that I could play through would have been in like middle school, and it was a punk song, and I still remember it was like I don't want to go to school, I want to burn the school, I don't want to go to school, I want to burn it down. I gotta go to school, the classroom is a cell, manipulating my young mind, I feel like I'm in hell, I don't want to go to... Yeah, I was a little punk. But I guess really early on, I was like writing little lines, and a lot of it was really derivative, I guess. I would like change songs that I knew. And
Right.
then in high school, I was playing in metal bands, and at some point, I started writing my own songs. And again, that was largely attached to recording, because I really wanted to be a recording engineer and producer, and I needed stuff to record. And my musical friends were not as participatory in that as I would have hoped they would be. It's pretty hard to convince people to come and record for whatever reason. I don't know what the the block is, but
We're afraid we can't afford you.
well, at that time
That's what
that
it
wasn't
is.
even a thing, and it continues to be difficult to get people to do that. But so out of necessity, I was like, I need to learn how to use this equipment. I need to learn how to mix and how to do all this stuff, and I need material to do that. And so I became, I was like, all right, well, I can play. I got drums. I can play the drums. I got guitars. I can play some guitars.
Yeah, you're
and
pretty multi-talented
so I
on
just
the
started putting
music
it all together.
instruments. Yeah.
And eventually, I was writing songs, and yeah.
And what about this one? This one over here. This
So
lovely.
this is the
this
Melinda
lovely-
Muse show.
Yeah, but I'm still wondering because I've got you on the spot. You can't run away and change the subject on me. So
Here, let me see you good, so I
when
can think.
how long have you been playing music? Were you playing music when you met this one, or were you
No.
just doing your video or something else? Okay.
I wasn't. I just started playing like 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
But
I am so impressed.
I had some musical background. I was in like high school band, but like the low, because I joined in the middle of high school. So I wasn't with everybody who was like in the top band, first chair, blah, blah, blah. I was like in the low band. They're like, here's some bongos. And I was like, okay, cool. Or like in my case, then it was a xylophone. And then they showed me how to do the scales.
Had the flutophone.
What is it?
A flutophone.
Flutophone?
Yeah.
I've never heard
A
of
little
that
piece
either.
of plastic. I think they called them recorders back then. That's what I got.
So I did that. I just joined that because I was like, that's where my friends are. And that kind of sounds like the same story now. This is where my friends are. I'll do this too. Okay, cool. And so, but funny enough, I'd bought a fiddle in like 2014 or something, and didn't
Just on a whim.
just
basically.
because I was like, oh, maybe I want to learn this sometime. Didn't touch it for like 6 years until then. One day I did, and then I was like, oh, this makes sense now. Okay.
Okay.
And it all worked out really beautifully. So, but I don't want to quite end just here because I have a little song request. Can we play Lonely Girl?
Sure.
Because I didn't get to play my banjo with you yet. And then maybe-
While you're getting there, I'm going to tune it real quick
Okay.
since I have the cable on.
All right, so I'm going to use this opportunity while y'all are tuning and getting set up. I think this will be our last song of the evening, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, I'm ready for some
I'm
whiskey.
keeping an eye on our run time
Ready
here.
for some birthday festivities because it's Melinda's birthday.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Happy birthday!
One more week.
But I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in and for being here at Six Springs Tavern. We do this every Sunday. We always have great talent here hanging out with us and talking about all kinds of good stuff. And we love it, and we're so grateful to Six Springs for giving us this opportunity and this platform. And so thankful to Keaton for making it sound great. And I guess, and to Tara for helping out with the video and making it look great too, and just the whole team and family here at Six Springs. We're so grateful to them, and we hope y'all enjoy this show. And if you do, I hope you'll share it with your friends and help us grow it, because I think it's a really great platform with a ton of potential. And oh, we got Cricket the kitty.
Little
The real star of the
cameo.
show's over here. We got
Yeah.
Cricket and Poncho.
Which is really excited.
Yes, I have a cat that wears a dress and goes to car rides and
She's
yes,
very fashionable.
and eats pizza.
So yes, thank you again. Thank you, Melinda, for being here.
Thank you.
And,
Thanks for having me.
And close us out.
Okay. She's a lonely girl in a lonely world, just looking for a little love. Hoping to find all that special one. You better hang on before it's gone. Don't be the one waking up alone. Banjo solo. Oh, the world's a lonely place with many lonely faces, and everyone's looking for someone, hoping to find that special one. So you better hang on before it's gone. Don't be the one waking up alone. You better hang on before it's gone. Don't be the one waking up alone. Just for you, Alice.
Oh, thank you, Melinda. Love playing
Anyway,
banjo on that
thank
one.
you again for inviting me up here, helping me get my toes back in the creative pool, so to speak, again.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it, and we hope it's a very, very happy birthday.
I'll get my whiskey on. It's gonna be real happy.
Yeah.
All right.
shortly.
Let's
Birthday
do it.
whiskey for Melinda.
Party time.
All right, y'all be good. We'll see you next week.
Or don't.